Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Mind Your Venture. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about how do I store my coins and my silver. So this, you can see it's a two ounce coin, and you can hear it kind of rattles around a little bit. And to find the perfect case for some of these is a little bit difficult. Now I have a 2 ounce round here, and you can see it doesn't rattle around on the inside. Very, very secure inside this case. And I want to make sure this is protected because it is a nice round, and there's not very many of these made, so I want to preserve this one as much as possible. And I don't want to, I want to be able to show it off, but I don't want to be getting fingerprints all over it and scratches to mess up the way that it looks. Same with this one here. Now this is another 2 ounce round, and it's pretty secure inside there. And same with this one. There weren't very many of these made. And you can see these are both 2 ounce, but different size cases. So I had to go find the ones that would work for each one in particular. And trying to get cases. Now this one came like this. It rattles around a little bit, but there's many different companies out there that make cases for coins, and for the most part, I bought a generic set. This one came also in its own case, and you can hear it rattles around. Now, I went and purchased some of these. These are airtight, and you can see there's a little piece of rubberized material on the inside or foam material, but you can see around the edge here that it doesn't fit the coin perfectly, but the coin does not move around on the inside, and not that it's going to matter a whole lot. It won't get very damaged inside, even if it rattles back and forth. But some of these I wanted to make sure are preserved, like this one here. It's in very, very good condition, and I wanted to make sure it stayed preserved. Now, this case on this one is perfectly sized for the American Eagle. So it does not move around at all. It's very tight, airtight. No moisture can get in there. No gases or anything like that. I know that sulfur can sometimes cause these things to tarnish and other things, and I'm trying to avoid that with some of these coins. Like this one here, it's in pretty good condition, and I want to make sure it stays that way. And you can see this one has a white piece of foam around the inside. It keeps it from rattling around on the inside there. And sometimes you'll buy pieces and they'll already come encased. And most of the time when that's the case, I try to keep them encased in the packaging that they come in, to make sure they maintain their luster so they look really good. Now, you can get cases like this. Now, this is what I keep my, typically keep older coins in that are not in great condition, like this here. It's just my junk silver. It's how I store it. And same with, junk silver like this. These ones here, it's got a lot of damage to it around the rim, and it's worn down quite a bit. So it was heavily circulated, and I keep those in just a generic case like this. And same with my junk silver here. It's worn down quite a bit. No numismatic value to it really. And, I just keep it in a little case like this here, and that's what I do with that. Now, I also have some pouches that I keep like dimes and smaller coins in, just to make sure that I, keep them all together. And I typically will store them in a container, and I'll have a couple of these in there. Now, this just makes sure that moisture stays out. If you're in a place where there's a lot of moisture, you may want to consider doing something like this. Now, these I got out of packaging that comes with, items that you get from Amazon and stuff. You'll get packages like this that'll take the moisture out of whatever they're sending you, and I'll keep those and I'll put those in with my coins just to make sure that I keep the moisture out. So you can also get containers like this. You can see these here. They typically come already with the coins in them. You can get these from coin stores. Sometimes they'll sell them to you. Sometimes if you buy a few coins, they may have one sitting there and they'll hand it off to you. Same with, you know, there's different styles out there that you can get. And, you know, these are pretty good to store your coins in as well. If you're not basically using them to do anything, you just want to store them, it's a great way to do it. And, you know, there's a lot of coins that I have just setting out because I don't care if they get damaged or, you know, it's just, they're just silver, and, you know, I'll keep them out. And I do, you know, I do videos and stuff, so I do have some loose stuff, but the majority of the ones that I like showing, I try to keep them, you know, if they're in mint condition, I try to keep them that way. So if I'm doing videos and things like that, a lot of times I will use these ones here because I don't want my silver to get heavily damaged from, you know, me using them to do the videos and things. In a lot of my videos, you'll see that they're in these cases here. I don't necessarily want to get fingerprints and have these coins get damaged in any way. So I use these to protect it if I open up one of my cases. So this is basically what I do. And I have a carrying case that I got online that I can put about 100 or so coins in that I typically use to run my videos. The rest of my stuff stays in storage. Now, where should you keep your coins? Where should you keep them? So I know that during COVID, there were a lot of places that were closed down. And if you had your coins in, say, a safety deposit box somewhere, there were a lot of times that you couldn't go and get those because they were locked away. So in that case, you wouldn't be able to access any of your money in time of need. And during COVID, there were a lot of people that lost their jobs and they couldn't access their actual money. They couldn't even get in and get their silver. Not that there were a bunch of coin stores that were open as well to, you know, go in and trade it in, but just the thought of it, when there was a crisis, you couldn't have access to the money that you had stored away, right? So I've seen some people that bury it. Now, if you bury it, make sure that you do it correctly, and that way you don't damage the metal that you're putting in. You want it to retain as much value as you possibly can. But a lot of people that bury their silver, it's because they don't want somebody to know where it is, and silver adds up, and you can get quite a bit of it, and it weighs a lot, and you don't want easy access for somebody to be able to just break into your house and grab your silver and steal it. So you know, if you put it in a safe, your safe can get stolen as well. So there's different things that you can do, and I would say if you have a significant amount of silver, you should find some way to keep it safe and out of the reach. I do keep enough of mine on hand to do my videos so that, you know, I can do my videos and have enough silver and things like that. Now, you know, when I go out and make new purchases, like I did this past week, and I got a few kangaroos, I still have them out. I have not locked them away as of yet, but I'll keep them out until I get the videos done. And then sometimes they will get put away and may never see them again. If I want to pull them out for a video, I can always go and do so. But there are certain coins that I keep in my collection on hand to do videos or to show off to friends. Now, I don't show off all my stuff typically to people just because it's private, and I don't think I want to show all of my stuff to people. I don't want them necessarily to know everything that I have. Either out of pride, thinking that I'm trying to be a show off, or, you know, just putting it out there that I have a bunch of silver just laying around and open up the door for people to want to break in and steal my silver. So, but everybody has their own way of doing things. And, you know, I've seen a bunch of videos of people saying that some of these can have chemicals and things in them, and you should be careful on which ones that you get. I've tried my best to, watch a bunch of videos and get cases or get coin capsules that work for what I need. But at the end of the day, they're not getting damaged. They're inside a case, and I try to not spend a whole lot of money on cases for these. Now, some of these here online, we're selling for $10 a piece. I'm trying to get a case to fill these. So I just got ones that kind of fit that I could do. And that's why you can hear it rattles around a little bit in there, because it's not exactly the right one for this coin, or it wouldn't be rattling around so much. But at the end of the day, it's in a case. I don't want it to get damaged any further. It had some damage when I bought it a little bit, and I just wanted to protect it as much as possible, because it is a beautiful coin, and it was a limited edition of this one here, so I didn't want it to get any more fingerprints. But this is the kind of stuff that I like to show my friends, because it's pretty cool. And I like to leave this one out. So if I'm going to leave it out and not put it away permanently, and I'm going to be using it, I don't want it to get all scratched up and mess up the potential value this could have in the future. So that's the reason why. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not as long as some of the other videos, so I hope you enjoyed it. And please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, you want to see more. Please do so. And as always, keep on stacking, onward and upward.
There once was a man that stacked silver, so he called himself an investor. But the silver he had was not enough, so he stacked it more and more. Soon then the increase comes, shiny, glittery, and in large sums. Now when the stacking's done, he loved it more and more.